All right, so August 1st was Topless Night. Topless Modifieds. I know it sounds way more involved than it really is. It's literally a piece of sheet metal being removed off the top of a car.
Do you have the hiccups going on?
A little bit, yeah. So it was Topless Night, but the Hills Have Eyes company meet thing, the 410, what are they? The 410 the thing.
It's like
the Hillshire Farm, something like that.
Hills Meat Company.
Oh, there you go, yeah. See, that's why I have you around. It keeps me in line. And the Sportsman Sprints were back. We had a Deming 600 restricted driver sitting in a 305 for the first time, right? I think. Ish, maybe. We're just guessing at this point. We are a crackpot show that we have no idea what we're doing. And if you can follow along with a hand puppet, congratulations.
Well, I will have to say that the speakers in section G weren't working, so we heard like half of what Caleb wanted to tell us.
Yeah, it was cutting in and out. But the day started crappy because there was rain in the forecast up until essentially when we got to the track.
Yeah.
Which we got there pretty early. I was super excited because I got a chance to finally hang out in the pits with a team. Adam's team feels like home to me. Like I feel like when I'm at Skagit, even though a lot of times we feel like we don't belong there, and I'm just putting that out there. Saturday felt like kind of home, right?
Yeah.
I got a chance to ask questions. It wasn't just wandering around for the sake of wandering around. I learned some stuff, which is great. Adam gave me an interview, which initially we weren't planning on. There was a palpable excitement in the pits. Mm-hmm. Like having a mix of modifieds, sportsmans, 410s. There was a more fever pitch in the pits getting ready for this than there was in the 360 and Hornet Nationals, in my opinion. I could feel it, and it was exciting. It got me more like wanting to be more thirsty for knowledge, right? So I asked Adam and his crew some questions. I was curious. Here's something I learned. It's kind of more technical, but they were putting nitrogen in their tires with some oxygen. And the reason they do that is oxygen expands when it heats, and the nitrogen has a longer heat shelf life. So the tire stays cooler. You all right? Mm-hmm. But not all teams use it because nitrogen costs money. Air is free, right? Compressor just does it. But not all teams use it. And I thought that was an interesting fact. I got to jack up a modified for the first time ever.
We have that on film.
Oh, I didn't even realize it. Should we cut to that?
So you're doing more than handing somebody a helmet?
Yeah, this is my first ever crew kind of thing I've ever done, other than handing the driver a helmet. I feel accomplished. I'm 50. Talk about lighting the world on fire. Should we cut to that? I haven't seen it, so do I look ghetto fabulous?
I took a video. Now I'm thinking, is it on my phone or the camera?
All right, so then we'll just skip that. Trust me.
We might put it in.
Take it from my say. It was fun. How convenient an electric like jack is for those cars than having to jack up each side of the car, put jack stands underneath it. That's time consuming. This is plug it in, hit a button, and the damn thing comes up. It was great. And the other thing is, I won't give away too much detail, but the amount of head games that goes on in those pits amongst the drivers, and it's not cutesy, right? It's not like, I'm playing, like legit, I'm trying to psych out my opponent head games. Mm-hmm. And I won't go into any other detail other than that. But yes, I learned that there is quite a bit of head games going on. So
I do have to say I like the modifieds without their tops.
they look pretty good. Plus, we were able to get some bonus footage.
Yep.
Tell the folks at home what kind of bonus footage.
From the stands went GoPro action off of the top.
We had to
of
clear
Adams.
it,
Yes.
right? We had to make sure the IMCA, the Alphabet Soup people, were okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
And we were able to attach a GoPro to Adams Modified and took it for a little spinach.
Yes. I will have to say that when you got into the mains, the mud was flying.
Yeah, there is some of the footage is unusable because of the mud. And I think there was a middle finger. I'm pretty sure. You brought it to my attention. I didn't notice
Yes.
before. Yeah, I don't think Adam was happy with somebody, but yeah, I think we saw a middle finger or something. There was all kinds of weird crap that happened at the track.
There was. But the one thing that I like, Adam's such a good guy.
Oh, yeah.
And he has his cheering section in G. And it's a huge group of people. But when he pulls up out on the track for the hot lap scenario, he was waving to G.
Yeah, as he's going by his fan section.
Yes, and
you see his
I don't
hand
think
come
I've
up.
ever caught that from in the stands,
I've never seen it. I was surprised to see it.
but the GoPro definitely got
His
hands.
skeleton gloved hand up. Yeah. Adam is next level. He's done a lot for this show. He's done a lot for us. Adam is, anyway, yeah, we're going to talk more about Adam, but we're going to go into the interview right now. Now, I know Jordan is freaking out right now. Yes, we caught a lot of the pre-interview stuff on camera and microphone. I'm saving that stuff for like an end of the year highlight reel. So don't worry, it's not going to be on this, but yes, I caught it. I'm a journalist. I've got to do that. So anyway, here is the clean version of the Adam interview.
All right, ready? All right. Speed 3, 2, 1. All right, so we're at Skagit Speedway. It is the 1st of August. We are at the number 71 Adam Haltrop. So this is awesome freaking race. I've been waiting since our interview we had to get here for the topless night. So excited.
This is my absolute favorite race. I've been trying to put this on for years. I say I've been trying to put it on. I've been trying to get him to do this race for
Right.
a long time.
And now that we're doing it, hopefully if it's successful, this could be a yearly thing.
So far, it's been a yearly thing.
Okay.
I tried getting it to go, and it wouldn't go for the longest time. And finally, they decided they will do it.
Mm-hmm.
And we put up a little bit of extra money for it for that first night. And so far, it's been a yearly deal. Everybody loves it. The fans love it. The track loves it. Even the announcers came by earlier and was talking about it, and they're like, "No, this is one of my favorite races."
So lately we've been asking drivers, to start a race, kind of what needs to happen for things to go well to get to the main. So what kind of goals are you looking to check off when, track packing, getting ready for, well, you get modifieds aren't qualifying tonight, right?
No,
Okay.
we don't qualify. So,
So-
we start off, and our heat races are lined up by our point system throughout the year.
Okay.
So by a point average. So they take a 3-race point average, and throughout the field, and that's where we end up starting tonight.
So what sucks is I prefer interviewing this man sitting down because he is 7'4" and I am, the size of, the Willy Wonka orange face.
Oompa Loompas?
Yeah, that was, yeah.
You're not that short, man. You're
So-
only 5 foot tall.
I'm going to tell you right now, though.
11 and a half.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much, yeah. By the way, nice shirt. I'm loving that, digging that.
Well, you gotta support, man.
Yeah, and you've been super supportive, and I really, really appreciate it.
Anytime.
The car looks extra awesome without the tops. Like, why is that such an issue? It's only removing sheet metal, right?
Yeah, but anytime you take a roof off of something, it's sexy.
Yeah.
I like to be topless. I'm sexy as hell topless.
And by the way, I'm going to ask you this question. Are you bringing back any superstitions previously?
Just for you this weekend, I went and found a pink underwear to wear them this weekend. Just 'cause
Snap.
I knew you were going to be here.
That is damn Skippy. We're not going to make him show it on camera because we'd probably get all kinds of violations. We're getting folks in the background
Hell
saying
no, we get views.
we get views. So
Fans at the racetrack.
I'm thinking any podium tonight, we definitely got to see it.
What?
Yeah.
Podium? Hell, I'll take a top off. I'm taking everything off it. That's scared of fans.
No, that's great.
Oh, okay.
You know, horror films succeed for a reason.
Horror
They're-
film,
yeah.
oh, yeah.
So
Oh,
you scare fans.
Jesus
They
Christ.
people love to be scared. So anyway, we're excited to see what kind of action unfolds tonight. We're gonna get some really cool in-race footage. All kinds of stuff's gonna be happening tonight. I'm super excited. Good luck. We're gonna be obviously rooting for you. I brought my big sexy jersey with me tonight, supporting breast cancer awareness. So, all right, there you go.
It's going to be a good night.
Awesome.
All right, so that was my impromptu interview with Adam. Now, I've interviewed Adam in the past. I've talked to him. He is not shy about letting you know how popular of a driver he is, okay? And, yes, when we're at the track, other than Trey Starks, which Stacy is wearing Trey Starks sweatshirt right now, other than Trey Starks, the most swag in the stands is Adam Haltrop. Like,
Those jerseys are everywhere.
but to see Adam in the pits, when he says that he is one of the most popular drivers, if not the most popular driver at Skagit, he's not lying. Everybody wants to talk to him. Track officials who aren't pissed at him want to talk to him. Other drivers want to talk to him. Crew members want to talk to him. He is... It's not hyperbole. When he says he is one of the most popular, he is... It's powering off. Is it supposed to do that? All right, so we're just kind of bailing on the GoPro. But, yeah, so it's legit. He is one of the most popular drivers. I haven't seen that in any other driver. I think the closest I've seen is Justin Youngquist on Saturday. Like, all over the place. But Adam is that popular.
Well, and I think that there's been such a big break at Skagit within the modified schedule
Yeah.
that all those guys are back together.
It's been a couple weeks since modifieds have hit, you know what I mean, has hit the track. So anyway, I think, are we rolling with some in-race footage right now?
Yeah.
So we're going to show you what the GoPro looked like. And I'm trying to, so we're going to do race footage and do mechanical later. Okay. So this is what some of the angle look like on the car as Adam is heading out to the track for, is it hot laps?
Hot laps.
Hot laps. So here you go. right, so we are back. So that was a little bit of, and Adam is on the TikTok now, a little bit of in-race footage from the number 71. 71 does look beautiful with the tatas out. I know that's a hyperbole, the top off. That's a joke. Nobody went, I don't think anybody went topless, right? Did they? Adam did once, twice, 3 times a lady, I think.
What?
I saw his shirt come up a couple different, right? Yes, no, maybe? Wow. Stick with me.
I'm with you.
It's a long episode.
Adam struggled. He had a little car problem, so.
We had some mechanical issue, or he had some.
Are you part of the crew?
I'm already in that. I was told that I look like I fit in, so.
You could take Jordan's job after when he
I
goes
might
off.
do that.
Because poor Brian had to do it all.
Yeah, he was all over the place, but he is legit too. Like, he's, I talk to Adam about the car, but learning about mechanical stuff from him while he's doing it. Mm-hmm. And I know that the patience can't be tremendous because you don't have time for idiot questions. He has been super awesome about that. I told him at the track, and if he is ever watching this, how much I appreciate me picking his brain, because I know, yeah. Anyway, so we're going to talk a little bit about, we had some interviews we thought were lined up, and we're going to talk a little bit about a challenge we seem to occur at Skagit Speedway. So one of the hardest things that we have to do is interviews at Skagit with drivers. Now, we aren't media for Skagit Speedway, so when we come to the track and we're in the pits, we pay our way into those pits. So when we know that we want to interview a driver, we are paying money to gain access so we can do an interview to help promote them and help promote, the podcast and all those things. The problem that we seem to be running into is trying to track drivers down once we get to the track. Now, I know that some drivers are extremely busy. They have small crews. They have, more on their plate than necessary. It's not just an epidemic that we had this last Saturday. It's been a consistent problem since we've been in the pits at Skagit, is trying to track the drivers down that we communicate with earlier in the week who say, yeah, come on by, would love to talk to you. I don't know if Stacy wants to weigh in on that a little bit more, but that seems to be where we seem to pin the tail on the driver when we're at the track. And if you had to put a percentage to who we actually get to interview opposed to the interviews that we initially set up, we would be cut from the baseball team because we would be batting under 100. We get lots of, I would love to talk to you. And then when we get to the track, it's difficult to link up with drivers sometimes.
It is.
And we are sensitive to the fact that we are not media at Skagit Speedway, so we have to tread lightly, I feel, right? Do you think? We're sensitive to treading lightly.
Yeah.
We don't want to bother a driver. We understand if it's been a rough night, they don't necessarily want to talk, and I get that. But yeah, it's been a tough go with driver interviews at Skagit Speedway. So
It has. So I guess the thing that will make this whole process, because we want to be able to tell driver stories.
Correct.
And we want to be able to showcase different drivers.
Correct.
But in order to do this, we have to try to nail down some times.
We've got to be more specific in meetups when we're at the track.
And we try to get there early, especially with summer. And obviously September will be a little different when I'm back to school. We can't get there as fast.
Correct.
As early as we've been. But we try to get there when the pits open.
Yeah.
So we're out of people's way when things get going.
We want interviews done by 3:30. That's kind of my goal. So if the pits open at 2, we want to have all of our driver interviews done by 3:30. Unless it's Adam and I can just stick a microphone in his face and he'll go with it. But drivers that we don't know or they're unfamiliar with
Yes.
what 3:30 is usually my cutoff for before the race to get interviews done. Yeah, so finding our footing at Skagit Speedway is continuing to be a challenge for us a little bit. So
But we're trying to work through it.
it's safe to say, though, that leaving the track last night, at least as far as you're concerned, you were about as discouraged as you've been, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And I've been discouraged at moments pretty bad. So I get it.
Yeah. You know, we're just trying to do our stuff.
And I don't know if maybe
Put this out there, but
maybe drivers think that we are members of the media, so we get into the track for free.
yeah.
But when you see us at Skagit Speedway, we pay our way to get in there.
Yeah.
There is nothing that is being given to us. Now, unfortunately, we had an incident where Stacy took a picture with her cell phone.
No, I took a picture from my camera of my cell phone.
Oh, you took a picture of your cell phone
Yes.
your cell phone
I was
with
taking a
our
picture
camera.
of what was the GoPro was seeing.
Yeah, so we're not sure if this is kind of why we tread lightly. Is we hear messages of, as long as you don't try to gain access to certain areas like the media, you can shoot, abiding by no tripods. What are the other? There was like 3 things that
You have to be invited into the pits.
invited into the pits. You can't just wander in. Like, we're not coming into the pits unless we have a driver interview lined up.
Yeah.
Or unless Adam's running. Like, I'm going to hang out there. But so if you see us in the pits, we're supposed to be there for some sort of interview with somebody, right?
Yep.
And I'm not sure if it's, a track official, like, just not liking the photography thing, but it was kind of shocking to us to take a picture of, you took a picture of your cell phone and you got told you can't take pictures down in the pits.
Yeah.
And that was, that was a hard one. But I think that kind of threw off everything else that we did that night.
Yeah. Because
Well, you were in a funk. I mean,
100%.
we became extremely sensitive to wanting to bother anybody. And so, yeah, it was interesting to say the least.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're still struggling to find our footing. Hopefully we can, land on some fairly solid ground in the future. Yeah, I just think overall that was probably the toughest kind of we had to go at it. Which is weird because it was my best pit experience on top of it, hanging out with Adam and doing the whole thing. Like, so it's weird dichotomy that parts of it were the best I've experienced, but yet you left in a funk, right? Yeah. So anyway, so we are trying to move forward, and we're going to be more locking down drivers and times. We treat a driver's trailer like it's their house. We're not going to just walk into a driver's trailer unless we've been invited to do so, to try to talk to them. So even if it's somebody like, if we didn't know who Adam was, right, and Adam had a full-size, because, Adam is pretty gangster with what he rolls with, but if he had a full-size trailer and he was, he says, yeah, come on down to the track, I'll talk to you. We still wouldn't enter his trailer without permission, because we treat that as, do we need a technical break?
No, you're good right now.
All right. So we treat that as like a driver's home. So we're not just going to stumble into a trailer and be like, hey, what's up? And stick a camera in somebody's face.
Yeah. So we wanted to just, and then there is a lot of different crews around working on vehicles that are out behind the trailers.
Yeah.
So it's like trying to stay out of people's way on top of it, because they're there to do a job, win a race, and hopefully win a paycheck.
Yeah, I mean, it's
keep going.
It's a lot more serious. I mean, I think it is across the board, whether it's Deming or Skagit, but yeah, there's a lot more money in the Skagit Speedway world than the Deming world, I think. So yeah, that's just kind of what we're going to be battling going forward. So let's talk about one thing that was All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about a safety crew thing that came up earlier, right?
Yeah.
So, and I'm excited to talk about this. So let's take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about some of the safety crew training at Skagit, because there was some training that happened early on, early in the week, and then we'll get into some racing action. All right, so what? Did you break wind? What happened?
No, that was a loud so.
So, one of the reasons I started the podcast was the stories of the Skagit Speedway safety crew. Is that better?
No, just talk normal.
Okay. So one of the reasons that we started the podcast was one of the many, but it was definitely what we addressed doing this, was the safety crew and the training at Skagit Speedway. It is regarded as the best in the country. Anywhere you go, the safety crew at Skagit is talked about, considered the best in the game, which is awesome. And the reason that they're best in the game is what happened on, was it Monday or Tuesday, earlier in the week?
I think it was Tuesday.
They were doing a driver extraction from a Hornet, but they were practicing at the racetrack. And granted, it is mid-season, right? You kind of expect it, but they practice in the off-season too. I am hoping at some point that we get a chance to talk to a safety crew, because I would love to learn more about,
Keep going.
more about the training, what goes into being a safety crew member at Skagit. Unfortunately, we had to watch them in action with a driver extraction Saturday night. We had a Sportsman Sprint that took a gnarly tumble. And so, yeah, that is definitely one that is on my radar to get an interview about, is to talk about the Skagit safety crew. Do you think it's taboo to talk to a safety crew about safety?
No.
Like, do you think they want to keep their stuff secret, or would there be a reason to, other than I just don't like you, be a reason to be like, I don't want to talk about it? Because I think it's, as a fan, I think that part of it is fascinating. Like what goes into extracting a driver, what doesn't, all that kind of stuff I think would be interesting.
So
Stacy's researching on her computer right now.
it looks like it was a junior sprint style frame on that they practiced on, and it was
Okay.
about fires,
Okay.
which makes
I thought it was a Hornet that they practiced on.
there might have been a Hornet too, but
Okay.
when they did the fire part of it, which makes 100% when it kind of comes full circle after the case incident, that kind of makes a little more like, hey, let's make sure we're on top of this.
Yeah. Yeah. So right now you're seeing what I get to see during the podcast. Wave at the folks at home, Stacy. All right, so we're going to talk. There was lots of great track action though, right? And this is the 410 show that I didn't have eyeballs on the whole time. That was the first time.
That was. We did not watch.
Wow, that was daggers. Woof.
We did not watch everything last night.
You think I gave you a treadmill as a gift or something? Like, good Lord. All right, so watching the 410s come out, right? It was great to see the modifieds. The sporties are the sporties, right? But the first car that got my attention was watching Justin Youngquist come out onto the track for qualifying. At one point, he was fast time. He was lightning quick, noticeably quicker than I've seen in a while. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, you get into, and it was immediately he sets quick time, right?
Yeah.
And then guess what happens?
It doesn't stick.
Of course not. It doesn't stick because you have people like Justin Sanders
He was on fire last night.
and Trey Starks, which Sanders ended up getting quick time, right? But Trey was freaking good.
Yeah.
And Justin being quick like he was third best in qualifying.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point and that's crazy to me that, I don't know. It was, the 410s were fast, super, super fast. Yeah, I don't know what you gathered from all of that. The hole in turn 3 reared its ugly head multiple times.
Again.
Cars were dinged the crap up.
Can we,
Dinged
after
the
the
crap
monster
up.
trucks come in next weekend with the extra dirt, can they just work on turn 3 with
I have
that
no
dirt?
idea. I don't even know what's involved in doing that.
I don't know, but
Yeah, I have no
sitting
clue.
in the
I have no
stands,
clue.
I guess last night, holy moly, it seems like a week ago, people were talking about turn 3
Mm-hmm.
and what it's been doing and how it's impacting the race safety and the drivers and the cars. And
Yeah, I mean, you look at, we had, and I'm going to jump ahead a little bit, but we had 2 red flags before the first lap in the Sportsman Sprint A main.
yeah,
That's rare, where you get 2 stoppage of racing, right, because of red flags before the first lap is even put together. So that kind of tells you, I think one of those reds definitely had something to do with track condition. It appeared from our perspective, right?
Yeah.
But, yeah, there was all kinds of craziness happening at Skagit Speedway on Saturday. I'm going to do something for the first time. I haven't done this on air yet.
I'm scared.
I'm not taking my shirt off. Jesus. See what I got to deal with? Like, and you wonder why I get, like, saucy with my... No, I have not anointed a new knight.
We haven't even talked about that club.
New knighthood of the quiet confidence.
We haven't even talked about it.
So there's a new thing I'm doing. Robbie is the inaugural, and I don't even think he watched the video to even know what the hell I'm talking about. Robbie, if you're listening or happen to see this, or Stacy clips this, Robbie Price, please watch the video. You are the inaugural knighthood of the Knights of the Quiet Confidence. I even did a graphic up. I want to get stickers made. No, you don't have to put the sticker on the sprint car, but at least hold it up.
It's
or
not like the quarter midgets where they come
yeah,
down the
do the thing, right?
back.
But I'm anointing a new knight of the. See, and Adam can't be part of the. He can
There's
never
no quiet confidence
because there
on that
is
one.
no quiet nothing. Like he can get my Tom Iceman Wagner award because that's some ballsy kind of stuff. But yeah, but the new knight I'm anointing. So I'm going to put the graphic up right here. Is the 32R, that orange and black. It's got that, it's not loud, but that car, oh gosh, it hurts so good. It was awesome. So congratulations to Ryan Richards. You are the newest knight in the Knights of the Quiet Confidence. You are the second to get that award I will give one out. How often am I supposed to give that out?
I guess was when you see him.
Yeah, so there's
When it
two.
speaks to you.
Robbie Price and now you. Congratulations. I know you're probably thinking, what the hell does that even mean? And this is stupid, but it gives me 2.5 minutes of something to talk about. So the sporty 44J dominated the heat. Jalen, is that right? Mm-hmm. Like awesome. I mean, dominant, right?
Yes.
I love seeing Preston Brooks in the 87. That was the 600. I think it was restricted, right? 600 restricted driver in a sport.
I wasn't quite sure.
I mean, to go from micro to Sportsman Sprint has got to be scary. Like, and I wish I would have had an opportunity to talk to him, but there was a almost fight that broke out in the pits, so that kind of got our attention more than like tracking this kid down. But Preston, if you're out there, because I know you race at Deming, that is something I want to talk to you about, is the difference between driving the two. So I would love to do that. And I'm going to tell you right now, Rick Smith, in his heat race, you saw why he is a legend. Mm-hmm. And isn't it his first race after heart surgery? I thought I heard somebody talking about that. But he did crap on that racetrack that I've never seen before in the modified, in the 8W. It was incredible. Unfortunately, Rick didn't do well in the main because of technical, what we call that, mechanical. We call that mechanical issues. But what he did in the heat race was legendary. And if anybody got a chance to watch it, that is why Rick Smith is a legend in modified / late model racing in Pacific Northwest. So that was a treat. Thank you, Rick, for that. As we get going through, we talked about the hole in turn 3. Mm-hmm. That was problematic even for the modifieds, which seemed to have a little bit of an easier time navigating it, but you still saw the cars getting thrown around. Tough to see. Interesting with the Cancer Awareness Night. A typical celebration night that we normally don't get to participate in, right, and watch. I know that Skagit brought a camera out and talked to certain drivers about who are you racing for tonight, because, breast cancer has touched the lives of so many in our area. Yeah. It's touched our lives, mm-hmm. right? If somebody were to ask me that, it would be for your mother, yeah. right? 2 years ago, had a scare with that. Mm-hmm. I think my grandmother would be the same way. I know Adam, when he did his, talked about he didn't have anybody in his life, but he's racing for everyone else that has fought that awful disease. It was interesting to see the cars and the T-shirts, right?
Yes.
Is that where we're at in this program?
Yeah, I think we might be skipping ahead a little bit.
What should I cover that you think I should cover? Because now's the time.
I guess let's just bring awareness that it was Cancer Night. It was pink.
It was pink. The equivalent of Pink in the Park.
Pink in the Park type scenario.
Yeah, we're not talking about the trophies or any of that. We're not doing that. Okay.
Well, let's talk about that in our pole positions.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
That's not in the pole position part of this, though. And you wrote it, right? Okay,
I was going off your note cards.
What?
I was going off your note cards.
See, this is,
Okay. We talked about the Sportsman mains.
two reds before the first lap.
Yes.
Very unusual.
We want to kind of send some positive thoughts towards Tanner Merritt.
Tanner took a gnarly spill.
It was like 6 flips end over end.
Now, fortunately, at least from our untrained observer eye, the top wing absorbed most of the impact. The frame itself didn't look too terribly mangled, but he was taken out in an ambulance. Was it for precaution, I believe?
It's hard to say.
Part of that. What is the HIPAA? Like, we're not to know because we don't have access to that.
I went digging through social media to see if there's any update on him. I couldn't find anything. But he definitely probably is, at least if anything, sore.
Oh, gosh, yeah. I don't think you can take... I mean, that's the equivalent of a roller coaster leaving the tracks, right? I mean, yeah, I would imagine the soreness. I would imagine it's even just one flip, right? Because you're getting tossed around like it's a dryer. I mean, it can't feel good. Yeah. So, hope everything is okay with Tanner. That was definitely a gnarly backstretch flip. So
yes.
There is battles all over. I think for me, the Sportsman Sprint was, as far as back and forth fighting, the Sportsman A main was the best action on the track that night. You know, that we talked about. Oh, yeah, and you made a mistake. It's not Ryan Richards, it's Ryan Orchard.
No, it is Richards.
Is it Richards? Okay, so that is Stacy's thing. So she likes to point out my mistakes, but she messed up Ryan's name later on down the line, so you get to wear that one. But Ryan in the 32R, who, by the way, is the new member of, he just been knighted. So when King Charles knights, he has a sword.
3D print yourself a sword.
Oh, yeah. Totally doing that. But there, between him and, Jeff Westergaard, that battle back and forth between the two of them, the only thing that made it exciting because they got into lap traffic pretty quick, which means they're catching up to the back of the field fast. And that's always the crapshoot when the leaders are battling lap traffic. We see it time and time again. But 32 managed to pull off the win. Jeff was second. And who got podium?
Macy ran a hard race.
She was good.
She kept up with those boys.
She was good. And she managed a third place in the Sportsman A main, which was absolutely freaking awesome. And so maybe now she'll want to talk. That's one of the drivers that we seem to be chasing around is Macy. Macy's got a lot of great stuff. Macy and her significant other. It's very rare that you get couples that race like together.
I don't
Shane
think it's probably
Smith.
as rare as you think it is.
Well, I mean, how many couples are racing at Skagit? You got, or Deming even included. You got Shane and his wife, right? And then you have Macy, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't need to spill everybody's relationships. This is not the tea channel.
The what?
We're not spilling the tea.
Oh, the tea channel.
The tea.
Oh, okay. But it's a dynamic that's interesting, better than not, right? Like,
yeah.
So anyway, yeah, that's definitely something I would love to talk to her about because I'm curious. Because I work with you, and it's a strained dynamic from time to time. So I can just imagine in the highly competitive world of sprint car driving that somebody's at times sleeping on a couch somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing. So, but maybe not. I don't know. Our dynamic's not as competitive. So
No.
I had a great fan interaction though. Surprising, loved it. Leslie, who lived in Maple Falls, I believe, hadn't been to Skagit Speedway in 20 years. 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Deming all the time, right? Goes to Deming quite a bit. Hadn't been to Skagit in 20 years. Hadn't seen the track in 20 years. Amazed at what it looked like. The racing was competitive. It was a cool interaction. I loved it.
Yeah, we chit-chatted with them for a while.
Yeah. I love the fact that, usually it's the other way around, right? But I love the fact that she showed up for Breast Cancer Awareness Night and hadn't seen the track in 20 years. Amazed at the racing, which, I love that part. So, so Leslie, thank you for having the conversation with us. It was a lot of fun. I know you kept running into Stacy, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that how we first met her? As she was apologizing to you for
like just
kneeing you? Yeah.
There's not a lot of room in between those bleachers.
It was great. So
She did make a comment though, and we've talked about this before. There was a lot more wrecks and a lot more red flags 20 years ago than there is now. And she noticed that.
Yeah. I mean, and I've even made the comment too, right? Like, back in the day, the top three were finishing with their tires underneath them, and everybody else, it was like a demo derby, right? Mm-hmm. So she definitely noticed how much more professional it really is this day and age, which is awesome. So, so let's get into some of the
modified results.
So we had a lot of hopes going into it. Two big, sexy motorsports cars, right? The number 47 and 71, right?
Mm-hmm.
And both ended up leaving. Well, so the 47, and I learned this, it was the J bar, right? I had to learn that terminology. Mm-hmm. The J bar, a bolt on the J bar broke, which the J bar holds like the rear end together, something like that. So car was done, which sucks because the 47 was doing well. Like it was strong in the heats and whatnot. Adam was having mechanical issues, I think, all evening. There was a different Adam. When Adam came out of the work area in the main, was in the back, he moved up like 4 spots within the half lap.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
He drove pissed.
So Adam, there was a yellow called for some debris, which came off of Adam's vehicle.
Yep.
Adam ended up with needed a new tire, right?
I believe so.
That might have been in the heat.
No, I think the tire needed in the main, yeah.
And so he goes off. There was little issues back there with understandings and all that stuff. We don't need to go into all that.
There was some officials and drivers mad at each other,
but they were still under yellow flag.
Yep.
Standpoint. The crowd went nuts when he came back on the track.
Everybody was screaming to open the gate back up so the car can come out. And when they finally saw the gate slowly start to be pulled open, when Adam started moving the modified, the amount of cheering that went on, it was electric, to say the least. Mm-hmm. Adam has a huge cheering section at Skagit Speedway, and I've never seen anything like it. I've seen all kinds of fan bases. I'd never seen anything like that before. And Adam drove pissed off, be honest with you.
At that point, you might as well, right?
But
you have nothing to lose.
But that's the kind of Adam that you want to see behind the wheel, like, because he was picking people off. He didn't have enough laps left to do much with it.
Yeah.
But if you would have given him another 5 or 6 laps, he would have been contending for a podium.
Mm-hmm.
And he might have been in his underwear at that point. So, yeah. So,
but the podium, they all started at the kind of that because of the inverts and stuff. Rory Smith started 8th, finished 1st. You know, Tyson Blood started 9th, and Cole Logan started 10th.
Tyson was strong. Like he didn't look super strong in the heats, but when the main events kicked off, you see the veteran driver and Tyson Blood. Like it was awesome to see.
Yeah.
Adam managed to finish 6th, which wasn't awful.
Yeah.
I thought it was higher than that, but
That's when I looked at the results today.
was that the official? Mm-hmm. All right, so now we're going to get into the 410.
Yep. Let's do a break so we can insert a little bit more of the GoPro footage.
Now, is this the car braking part of it, or what is this?
The beginning of the main.
Okay, so you're going to see our GoPro on the 71 driving onto the track, right, for the start of the main?
Yep.
All right, there you go. All right, so that is the GoPro. I'm hoping we can be lucky enough to get more in-race footage as the season goes on, right?
Yeah, that was cool
Knock
footage.
on wood. Maybe when we're in Elma, stick it to a Hornet somewhere.
I bet you we can
Possibly.
arrange that.
So 410, unfortunately, we didn't see the race. I'm going to be transparent. We, at that point, it was a bad night, right? We had issues, the whole thing. We were down in the pits. We were wrapping up our evening when the 410 race. So I watched the replay, which you can do on Skagit Speedway's YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
Kudos to them. They do a replay of the, is it highlights or they replay the whole thing? I don't remember.
I want to say it's just the highlights, but
Okay.
because it's not the whole. It's cut out the yellows, flags, and all that. But kudos to Skagit for free YouTube footage during the race.
Yeah, they don't charge to watch this,
No.
right? So that is pretty sick. So if you want to see racing at Skagit Speedway and can't get to the track, go to their YouTube, and you get to see basically the same footage that we're watching, minus a little angle change. Other than that, you get to see it all. So, which is excellent. It's a good way to reach, those fans that can't quite make it to the track.
Or not even local fans,
Yeah.
that just would like to watch some sports.
So, 410 A main. Let's go over it. So, Justin Youngquist was super strong in time-ins.
Yep.
Time-ins. We used to call the time trials time-ins. Third, right? At one point was quick time. Looked strong in the heats. Did well. And out of the blue, the mains were problematic.
I'm just going to say corner 3 probably ate him.
Well, he ended up, because I saw when there was a yellow, right? He had rear tire damage. So I don't know if it was just a straight up flat or whatever, but yeah, it was mechanical for Justin.
I'm going to blame it on corner 3.
I'm going to blame corner 3 too, just because corner 3 can't talk back. The battle between Trey and Colton was phenomenal.
Yes.
And the move that Trey made at the last second of the final lap because Trey ended up second, right?
I want to verify.
It was if I remember correctly, Justin Sanders was first, and I believe Trey at the last minute made a slide job in turn 4 on Colton Heath, and at the line by a nose beat out Colton for second, and then Colton made the podium with a third. Most exciting 410 race this year so far. That was and that's why Trey Starks is Trey Starks, right? Which, if we get an interview with Trey at some point, he could very well be my next knighting of the Knights of the Quiet Confidence. Wow, that sounds like a James Bond, doesn't it? Or do you just think it's completely weird? You created the graphics.
I just do what I'm told some days.
Wow. All right. So anyway, that is the racing at Skagit Speedway for the breast cancer awareness.
Yes.
And the 410 and Sportsman Sprint races.
Yes.
What is next?
Pole position. So we're going to do this a little differently.
Usually our pole positions has been
A ranking.
good
type
looking
system.
car, right? Best paint scheme.
Even food.
Have we done food yet?
We've done food.
I do. Oh, okay. This is our 10th episode. I can't keep them all because there's been so many.
So we're kind of running out of some things to rank here and there.
Yes.
So we're going to throw out just kind of some top things that caught our attention at Skagit Speedway. Yes, Jimmy.
So is it safe to say that the pole position thing is getting old?
No, I just think we need to be a little more creative.
Okay. Not the simple fact that I have to create a podcast out of nothing anyway, but okay.
Do better.
Yeah, I need to do better. All right.
Okay. So.
I want to do the Jason stuff at the end.
Okay.
Okay.
So it was Topless Nights,
Yep.
and that was the breast cancer night at
Yep.
Skagit Speedway.
Yep.
Ladies got in for $5.
Yep.
They did take a little hit off of it on their social media because men, and statistically, men can get breast cancer.
Yes.
There was one driver racing for her dad.
Oh, I did
want
not
to say it
know
was
that.
Allison.
I did
It
not
was
know
in that
that.
footage clip where Adam was talking about racing for everybody.
Oh.
And so I know Skagit's taken a little bit of a hit off of that.
Like people not happy with? Is it?
They're just, I know people complain on social media, but,
Oh, yeah.
you know, there is no $5 guy night at Skagit Speedway. And then breast cancer can run in both genders.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely more prevalent in women, but yes, men can get, I mean, but like, what is it big with men? Testicular cancer? Are you going to do a $5 testicular, like testing night? I mean,
Would that be bottoms off of the race car instead of tops
oh
off?
wow, aren't you clever?
Oh,
Bottoms off, huh?
Bottoms off.
Just ball dragging everywhere, right?
So,
By the way,
what
I'm
is-
I'm promoting the Jones Soda Fallout Cherry right there.
what is some things that stood out to you on?
Yeah.
It's not great warm, huh?
Yeah. What? Go ahead.
What's like one of the main thing they did for anybody that did for breast cancer awareness? Pink in the Park type
Pink
scenario.
beads.
The beads.
We bought our pit passes.
Mm-hmm.
What? I didn't burp. What was that? I didn't.
I don't know.
I didn't make a noise. I didn't do the thing. I didn't even
We
yell.
bought our
We
pit
bought our
passes.
pit passes, and you were given pink rosary.
Yes, they're actually in the camera bag.
Rosary bead. Was it rosary? Are you
No,
Catholic
they're just-
now?
they're just beads.
Beads, yes.
Yes, it's like Mardi
I didn't
Gras
receive
style.
any. I didn't receive beads.
Okay, so
I got a
beads.
pink bracelet.
We did have pink bracelets for the
Yes.
pit. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I was amazed that the checkered flag was pink.
That amazed you, really?
Yes.
That would be like going, I was amazed that on Mother's Day they had a pink bat. The baseball players had a pink bat.
I just didn't even think about it. Adam got beads and you didn't get beads.
I didn't get beads. I even showed my boobs, and I didn't even get any beads.
So I guess not Mardi Gras. Okay. So
Are you
the-
drunk?
No,
Can you pronounce that again?
Mardi Gras.
Mar-
Okay. So checkered flag, beads. What
yes.
else?
Yes.
What
The
else?
trophy was weird. I mean, come on.
The 410s.
The 410 trophy was weird.
It was a bowling ball.
I mean, I love the spirit of it, right? Can you, like, why do you get sketchier in your behaviors towards the end?
I don't know.
Like, you can't just sit there and, like, produce the episode normally. You've got head turns and eye flutters and all
I don't
kinds
know.
of weird crap that freaks me out.
So the bowling ball has a graphic on it that says maybe there's an X out breast cancer and it's a hashtag spare the girls.
Oh, yeah, see, you like that. Spare the girls, the play on the
The bowling.
save the tatas kind of thing, right?
Yep.
Adam had tire art.
That was
That's-
very creative.
How you put it. What was the tire art, Stacy?
There was one that was a cancer ribbon,
Yeah.
and then there's one that was boobs.
He had a sticker too.
He did have a sticker.
And if you stared at the sticker long enough, you noticed something else within the sticker.
Yes.
What was that?
Oh, we'll just let social media figure
Nipples.
that out.
All right. So yeah.
Yeah.
But there was a tribute in all seriousness. There was a tribute to almost every aspect of the breast cancer
Mm-hmm.
awareness. Drivers, crews were wearing pink shirts.
Yep.
I busted out my Haltrop pink jersey
Mm-hmm.
for down there. First time I think I did an interview with a driver wearing his stuff, which is, most people would say is a little weird, but it's Adam,
Yeah.
so it's not. But there was representation everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Even the women in the stands wearing the shirts about, what was it? You wrote it down, save the motorboating or
Yes,
whatever.
there was a crew down below, and all the crew members had that shirt on.
But there were women in the stands.
Yeah,
that
they were
had
the
that
moms.
too. Okay.
Yes.
But you saw that play on words everywhere, which was
Mm-hmm.
awesome.
Yes, and some of the Skagit employees had on pink shirts to support one of the gals that work in the beer garden
Can't do that again.
that is fighting cancer. There was a deal about that kind of in the opening ceremony.
Which we had no idea, which,
Yeah.
anybody that's actively battling it, you want to put happy thoughts and positive prayers behind that because cancer's a bitch and yeah, it's brutal. And we hope anybody that's battling it battles it and wins quickly. So
The other thing that was there was the pink pie bar.
And you have to talk on that because I hate pie. It's so dumb.
So their little van,
I mean, they're not dumb, but just
Their little
pie
van is
dumb
pink.
in general.
their little van is coming to Bellingham.
Well, wait a minute. I had pie from there that was actually I
Yes.
super loved. What was that?
It was Snickers. They were out of it this time.
Yes, and that was during Dirt Cup, I believe. Okay, so pie's not so dumb.
No, and this time I went apple pie.
How was it?
It was actually really good.
Would you recommend it to your friends and family?
I would go Snickers first.
Okay.
Okay. I wanted to do something different.
That isn't your first, like apple and Snickers wasn't your only parlay into the pie, right? You've had other,
Those are the only two I've had. I
Oh,
had
come
Snickers
on.
both times.
double Snicks. Oh,
So,
wow.
but they brought in the pink pie barn. The 210 truck wasn't there this week.
That's surprising to me because they're 210 Brewing, like out of Angel of the Winds. Super good, by the way. But yes, the Snickers pie from, what is it called? Pie Bar?
Yeah.
Okay. Super good.
Yep. And if you're local to Whatcom County, they are going into where the Rocket Donuts used to be.
Yes. So, I'm going to be spending some midnights watching
and
you
she
order
has a
Snickers pie.
story, and she has a race team relative. So I think there will be maybe an interview done at
Yeah.
the Pie Bar one night.
Oh, are you going to set that up? I would love to do an on-location pie bar eating Snickers pie. That's what they call it, right? Snickers pie. I don't want to sound, even though I
Yeah.
do sound stupid, I don't want to sound uber stupid. So,
And the only other thing that I didn't notice, and we noticed it at the 360.
oh God. And once you and Jordan started up with this thing, you would not let it go.
Nobody had pink Hoosier.
Hoosier.
Nobody had paint pinned their tires.
She can't say Hoosier.
No, I can't.
It's Hoosier, right?
So
So,
nobody put that detail to it, and I'm shocked.
Who did you see originally? What car had the Hoosier tire
It was
painted?
the Bullet car at the
Chris Bullock, 17,
at the 360 National. It was yellow.
at the kickoff party.
Yes, and then McKenna Morgan did a TikTok of her painting her tire.
She did that.
She does it with white, so she goes
Oh.
over the white.
You know, it'd be sicker as like a red or something to match her
Yes.
like paint scheme more. Because I think they come standard white, right?
Yeah, so she
Okay.
just refreshes the white every week.
But Stacy loved the idea of painting Adam's tires pink, the Hoosier part with the pink. She even got excited when she found her paint pins.
I found my paint pins today.
So I wouldn't be surprised if between the next like two races, you're going to see Stacy down painting Adam's Hoosier tires pink with her paint pins. Because when she gets stuck on something, she does not let it go.
But that detail wasn't there.
It wasn't. And surprising because it's kind of an easy thing, right? You would think.
Yeah. Claudia mentioned that all 10 of the LFR cars at Deming paint their tires too.
White or...
Most likely. White,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... Which was surprising because Adam is a very much attention to detail kind of driver. So Stacy is not going to let it go. So she is going to have a
So
ream of
Jordan's
paint
Christmas
pins.
present might be a whole bunch of paint
Yeah.
pins in pink.
All right, so I think that rounds out our pole position for this episode number 10. So we have trackside chat next.
Yes.
This one's going to be an unusual one. So if you're watching at home, don't go anywhere. This is going to be fun. But when we come back, we're going to get into, we have two different trackside chat topics that we're going to discuss next. Okay. Before we get into trackside chat, we're going to talk a little bit about racing Jason Reed. There were decals going out everywhere at Skagit Speedway. Kudos to all the teams. I believe it was Brittany, is that correct, who had the stack.
Really, she had one of the stacks.
We were doing donations that go directly to the family. Drivers were putting Jason's memorial stickers on their cars. I have attached one to my laptop right there. We have the one that we got that I'm taking with me to Elma. It's important that we do this. I know that Jason touched a lot of people, and that is one of the reasons that we feel compelled to go to Elma to do some stories. But just like we will with Maddox, right? We're going to do a tribute episode to him. I promised his dad that I would do that. You know, we're going to do some sort of complete tribute episode to Jason at some point. It's one of the reasons that we're going to Elma to do this. But I want to thank all the drivers, teams, people in the stands, the guy in the wheelchair that you saw that was stick the decal on my wheelchair. It's important because Jason was loved by a lot of people. So he is definitely missed. So, all right. So this came across my TikTok. And here's what I'm going to do is I am going to, what?
You were doomsday scrolling, huh?
Is that what they call it?
That's what Kylie calls it on her podcast.
Oh, it hit my social media, and I thought it was a joke at first, and I decided to save it, and then I asked questions about it, and I learned a little bit more. But I'm going to go ahead and play the video. You can see what I saw on TikTok, and then when we come back, we'll talk about it. So you saw that, and have you seen the video?
I have not.
You haven't?
You haven't shared it with me.
So if I drop it in the drive, will you watch it? Okay. So I am going to, I don't know how to do that, so I'm not even going to do that because I don't even know how to do that. I sounded super smart right there, but so there is a race car driver. I was going to say TikTok person. But there is a race car driver. He is, I'm going to get his name correct. So it is Joseph Renfro Racing. So it is he's a Hornet driver, right? And he has no arms. So he is steering his Hornet with his feet. That, at first I thought it was a joke. And then when I started to get into like the video and I remember I asked Preston about it. He was like, oh yeah, I've met him and I've talked to him. And yeah, he kind of gave a little backstory of, Joseph Renfro and I was amazed. Like, that kind of feat, it needs to be celebrated. It's somebody overcoming a physical disability to live their dream being a race car driver. And, we see it, and we got on this discussion not too long ago, right?
Yeah.
There's a driver at Deming that overcome some physical to race. And I've had to overcome some physical stuff to do this podcast. I know it's not as noble as race car driving, but it still is a feat. And I'm always amazed that somebody is willing to overcome, a physical limitation and get it done and do it well. It's not just he's a race car driver. He's a really good race car driver. I mean, that's amazing to me. Are you coming up with something interesting?
No, I just pulled up his TikTok. 19-year-old dirt racer that wheels with my feet. I was born without any arms, and now I'm living in my dream of dirt racing.
I would love to be able to talk to him at some point.
His hashtags are Lookma, no hands, and hashtag disabled but very able.
Yeah.
Love it.
I like that. Disabled but very able.
Preston has raced iRacing with him.
Yes. Yeah, so kudos.
I just gave him a follow.
Kudos to Joseph Renfro. I would love to talk to you at some point. We'd love to have you on as a virtual guest, or if you're ever out this way, but we could definitely try to figure out doing the virtual guest thing. I would love to talk to you and know a little bit more about your story. All right, so this next one, this is part 2 of the trackside chat. And if anybody's familiar with the martial artist Bruce Lee was a king of the martial arts world. I think he is considered a martial arts master. Bruce Lee had to overcome a lot in his life to be who Bruce Lee was. Ironically, Bruce Lee was from Seattle. Mm-hmm. Did you know that?
I did not.
Okay. But Bruce Lee has a lot of inspirational quotes, things that he's had to research and things he's encountered in his life. And I came across a few, and I wrote one down because it kind of spoke to me at a time where I was feeling this way, and I thought I would share it with everyone else. And this is going to end our episode, but I'm going to read this quote. And if you go and search on social media Bruce Lee, you will probably come across the TikTok somebody strung together to talk about his inspirational quotations and whatnot. But here's what it says. And this is the one that spoke to me the most. But I have actually a few in here. It says, "You won't always feel confident. Some nights you will feel uncertain. It does not mean that you are off track. It means that you are stretching. Growth feels unstable before it is strong." So there are times with the podcast we feel not confident. Mm-hmm. We feel unsteady. We need to get more footing. And it doesn't mean that we're off track. It just means that we're stretching our bounds. And sometimes the strength comes after all that. So it spoke to me the most, but I have a few. I think there was one I was going to do earlier today. I'm going to do one tomorrow that I'm going to post to social media. That'll be a different quote. But, the ground, when it feels unstable, that's usually right before you feel the strength of your position. And I'm hoping, that spoke to me. So, you felt not confident coming out of Saturday, and, to listen to somebody like Bruce Lee say that, it's not that you're off track, you're stretching. And, confidence is about gaining that stable ground. Yeah. So, yeah, meant a lot to me. And, anyway, I want to end with that. So I want to thank everybody. It's been a wild month and a half. Mm-hmm. 10 episodes officially. Congratulations.
We made it.
You probably didn't think we would get there at some point. Here's to many more episodes to come. Like I said, we'll be at Deming Topless Show, Topless Show. Good Lord. Wingless.
We want to keep the tops on those kids' cars.
Yeah. The Wingless at Deming on Friday, and then we'll be at Grays Harbor Raceway on Saturday. Saturday is racing honoring Jason. We're super honored to go. Can't wait to see the guys and the tributes, and can't wait to report on those. So anyway,
and just experience a new track.
and it's a new track for us. So, yeah, I wish we were there under different circumstances,
Of course. But this is making us do this.
it is forcing our hand, which I believe things happen for a reason.
100%.
And Jason came into our life at a certain time. We didn't get to know him hardly, and now this is happening. I believe it's for a reason. So, anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching. Really appreciate it. There's been lots of people that have supported us, who have stopped us in public, love the podcast, drivers, teams, just basic, normal fans. We pay attention to everything. All those comments does truly mean something to us. And that's why I said that Deming fan, please find me, because I owe you an apology. I will never do that to anybody, and I did it. And but I want to thank everybody. And
We'll continue sharing your stories.
that is our job. We're here to tell the stories of race car drivers, fans, and the tracks, because we believe every lap has a story, and every fan and now driver has a seat with us. So that is our episode. Thank you for watching, and we will see everybody at our next
Episode.
filming, taping, our next adventure.
Yes.
There you go.
Thanks so much for watching our latest creation from the stands, PNW. So you're probably wondering who's responsible for creating this podcast. Well, that would be Jimmy and Stacy. Who is the guy in front of the microphone all the time? Well, that would be Jimmy. Who's producing our episodes? Well, that will be Jimmy and Stacy. Who am I talking to on the social media side, and who's creating all that wonderful social media? Well, that would be Stacy. A special thanks goes out to Top Shelf Galaxy Productions, and of course, a special shout out to Ice by Stacy Media for all the great graphics and animations. So please like and subscribe and turn on your notifications so you know when our latest hits the airwaves. You can find us across all social media platforms at From the Stands PNW. Once again, thank you so much for watching.